And chat. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Today is going to be a relatively short stream. We've got a few tasks to go through. I'm going to do the New Year's event. I'm going to complete 2.4's quests, and I'm going to do 2.4 Hildebrand. Finish that up. Then, depending on how I'm feeling, if my throat is good, because I'm still mildly sick, I may do Deltarune after. We'll have to see. But let me get on call. Hello.
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 How's it going?
I'm okay.
Pretty good.
So I want to start with the New Year's event. Can you guys guide me to that?
I believe it's in Limsa.
Limsa.
Okay.
Yeah, castle.
Once I get past the 28-person queue.
Yeah, I just logged in myself.
So I spent last night and this morning shiny hunting cloth. 250 eggs in, still no blue crab. Which, if I do succeed, means this will be the longest successful hunt I've had. I've got, like, 150 eggs left to hatch. So we'll see.
Me, I'm trying to get some Mog stones for the Mog event. So I'm still gonna be doing my own thing until we get to some group content.
Great, really moody.
Right, back to controller. Do our daily cactpot and head to Limsa.
Just getting now. Weekly flash recording as well.
Sup, Milena? Oh, for one, I said the Heaven's Word seasonal event. I was like, wait, I have to be in Heaven's Word to do this? But no.
No.
Oh.
Heaven's Turn.
10.
Abaddon Cataclysm. There's a character name. Excuse me.
My cat's grumpy because I'm not paying attention to him.
I'm actually cat sitting for my parents at the moment.
Nice.
She's an old and surly cat, so she doesn't seek much attention, and she's still getting used to being here. But it'd be nice to have a cat in the house for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I just missed a 987 because I was going for a 123.
Oh yeah.
The other day, all three of my mini cactpots had 987 in them, and all three I missed it because I was going for 123.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me before. That exact scenario has happened to me before. It's always very painful.
Thanks.
Alright, to Limsa. Sup, Jojo? Excuse me.
To the aft castle.
Alright, gonna... Oh, I left the area that gold seller was in, so I cannot report them. Damn. Excuse me. Alright, so inside the aft castle?
Not inside, like in the big plaza. Like at the top of the stairs.
Well, they don't have the Christmas tree anymore. Usagi Bugyo?
Yep.
That's the one. 'Tis the year of the rabbit.
Greetings, madam. From your bearing, I gather you are an adventurer. If so, there is a matter I would discuss with you. Ah, but where are my manners? Are you wearing rabbit face?
It's the year of the bunny.
Ah,
It's not really rabbit face, it's just a rabbit on his head.
but where are my manners? I am the Usagi Bugyo, a member of a delegation hailing from Hingashi, a nation in the Far East. Each year, we travel across the seas to share our tradition of Heaven's Turn with the people of Eorzea. In this realm, it is held that the gods raise up one amongst their number each year to serve as a herald of good fortune. In the Far East, however, 'tis not a god, but one of 12 noble beasts that is chosen. In previous Heavenstern celebrations, we gifted participants Kabuto, fashioned after the presiding beast. But this year, we have an even greater reward, an entire set of armor. Lest you wonder, I am wearing the very prize we offer. Magnificent, is it not? Surely you wish to claim a set for yourself. I'll go for completion's sake, but I'm not really digging the outfit.
This is, in fact, a very good reward compared to previous years. It's
Yeah,
usually
full
just the
armor
helmet.
set?
Yeah.
Yeah, full armor set is pretty cool.
And it's like some really good, just generic samurai armor too, if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Like I've already seen a lot of people like put their samurai glams with this.
And it is also universal, so you can have it on any job.
Yeah.
Nice. If you do, I encourage you to speak with the Omikujishi standing near the Tempest Gate. He is a member of our delegation, and would be honored to present you with the armor. You need but heed his request. Alright, Far Eastern Omikujishi. Greetings, friend. I take it you have spoken with my associate, the Usagi Bugyo, and are willing to lend your assistance. Before I make my request of you, may I ask if you are at all familiar with the word Omikuji? Wait, is the achievement for this Hoppy New Year?
Yes.
That's amazing. Omiku what? Omikuji, my friend. 'Tis an old tradition of the Far East, one I would not expect the people of this land to know. One sec, be right back. A form of fortune-telling, Omikuji may be translated as sacred lots in your tongue. One receives a lot at random, and with it a message from the divine upon a piece of parchment. The message contains principles that describe what will bring one fortune or misfortune. By taking these principles to heart, one will be visited with happiness. So, fortune cookies. You're gonna sell me fortune cookies. Omikuji are an indispensable part of the Heaven's Turn celebration in the Far East, and I'm honored for the opportunity to share this tradition with the people of Eorzea. Alas, perhaps due to a lack of familiarity, but a few souls have stopped to have their fortune told thus far. And this brings me to my request. If you are willing, I ask that you spread word of this auspicious opportunity to the townsfolk. You have my thanks. As a local, I trust you know where to look for potential participants. I look forward to receiving those souls you send my way. Well, about that, I haven't been in Limsa for months, so I don't know the locals very well. Alright, let's find some locals, I guess.
Hopefully we'll do better than last time we were here and we tried to recruit for Crystal Braves.
Yeah, well, not hard. Not hard to do better than that. Alright, where on the map are these people? Okay. Roswin again. I'd known the Far Easterners were back for Evan's turn, but they're doing fortune-telling as well this time, you say. These fortunes, they say anything about relationships? You know, between a man and a woman? I thought you were a lesbian. Just curious is all. Don't get any strange ideas. Truck rate. I've seen my fair share of Evan's Turn celebrations, but I can't say I've heard of these Omikuji business before. Does sound interesting, though. When me shift ends, I'll head over with some comrades. Might make a nice diversion, and I'll take the opportunity to welcome the Far Eastern delegation on behalf of the Maelstrom. Well, this is going well.
I suppose it's an easier sell to say, hey, would you like to have some fun at a fortune teller, than it is to say, hello, would you like to join my fresh military organization?
True. Very
run by the most highly educated teenager in all the land.
Beautifort. A traditional test of luck for the new year? Consider me intrigued. As proud chaperones of the Moonfire Fair, we have a responsibility to learn what we can from other festivals. The idea of entrusting one's fortune to chance is a bit too superstitious for my liking, but I'm certainly curious. We'll be sure to let our colleagues in the Adventurers Guild know about it. Oh, and there's one more here somewhere. Okay. Aha! At Talwyn. Far Eastern fortune-telling, you say? I'd wager some of our patrons would be keen. Fortune favors the bold, after all, and most here don't want for audacity. Sense be damned. I'll nudge a few customers your way while taking orders. It's the least I can do in return for the extra business we get thanks to Heaven's Turn. Wow, this went way better than Christmas. That guy's name was One Up Combo. We've got a Mario player in our midst. You have finished spreading word of the Omikuji? My heartfelt thanks. I dare say we can expect some participants to appear soon. Please stay and observe the proceedings. So what's your favorite fortune you've ever pulled out of a fortune cookie? Mine is, money is the root of all evil, and man needs roots. I still have that sitting in my wallet.
I've never had a fortune cookie.
Really?
Is
that because you avoid Chinese food, or because they don't do them in England?
Because I don't like Chinese food. It's not good for my taste sensitivity.
Fair enough. Welcome, one and all. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a time-honored fortune-telling tradition of the Far East, the Omikuji. The process is simple. Begin by shaking yonder box until it dispenses a stick. There will be a number on the stick, which indicates which of these drawers you are to open. Take a piece of paper from that drawer. Upon it, your fortune is written. Once you have read your fortune, you may tie the parchment to the rack yonder. By doing so, good fortune will become better still, whilst misfortune will be cleansed. Alternately, you may also keep the parchment with you to guide you throughout the year.
I've seen this episode of every Slice of Life anime.
It's so weird to hear a character that's from fantasy Japan saying yonder. So, who wishes to learn their fortune first? They all step forward at the same time. Alright, what horrible fortune did the pirate get? Yes, mine says great fortune, the luckiest you can get. There isn't a single negative thing written on it. I can throw myself wholeheartedly into adventuring this year. Damn it all. Mine says grave misfortune. I'm doomed. Doomed, I tell you. The one you're waiting for is on their way. The love of your life will appear? This is all too sudden. What about the Lala? What did she get? 'Tis a fine feeling to have others experience and enjoy your culture. Now what of you, my friend? Would you care to learn your own fortune? As thanks for your help, the first lot will be free of charge. You know what? I'll bite. I like fortune cookies. Yes, please.
But there's no cookie to bite, it's a box.
Well, yes, but the principle is similar. Then go on. Give the box a good shake. Small fortune, thou shalt experience limited fortune. Keep these words of guidance in thy heart. Adventure, know thy destination before thou embarkest upon thy journey. Relationships, neglect not to stay in touch with loved ones, and all shall be well. Prosperity, now is the time to sell. The longer thou waitest, the greater thy loss. Conflict, continue honing thyself with thine allies. Favor, be dexterous like unto the builder, and thy tools shall never fail thee. Weird that you get a small fortune as the plot fortune.
It's random. These are actually like different for all different players.
Yeah.
Fair
People have been
enough.
sharing them over on my server.
Well, maybe I should take a screenshot then.
Yeah.
Alright, post that in stream chat.
I got misfortune, so it's been cleansed.
I haven't had a chance to do this yet, so I don't know what my fortune is.
I've not done it on my main character yet.
When I do it, I'll take a screenshot of my fortune to share with the group.
I'll cleanse the small fortune. I only have great fortune. Allow me to thank you once more. Without your help, these folk may never have discovered Omikuji. Whatever the divine may have in store for you, I pray the coming year will bring you happiness. Quest complete. Was that it? Is that the whole New Year's thing?
Nope, you've not got your reward yet.
Oh, right, true. Forgive me, my friend, but might I ask for another moment of your time? In no small part due to your assistance, many are enjoying their first experience with Omikuji. For some, however, it appears to be a source of stress. These two adventurers, for example, drew opposite results. Great fortune, it says. Can you believe it? This means I have naught to fear. Aye, this is my chance to make it big as an adventurer. This poor bastard. 7 hells, what a dreadful heaven's turn this turned out to be. Grave misfortune. What did I do to deserve such rotten luck? Is this the first time Omikuji has been here?
Yeah.
Huh. You'd think it would be a more obvious thing to do in the 10 years they've been doing New Year's events.
They've come up with a lot of different things. Like previous years, we've had, for example, the rice cake pounding.
Oh, neat. Do not be so disheartened, my friend. Though Omikuji may foretell fortune and misfortune, they also provide us with guidance in our daily lives. A great blessing can become a curse should one view it as a license to act rashly. Similarly, a great curse can become a blessing should one heed its warning. What you make of your lot depends on you. So you say, but just look at Hilda and how happy she is. Why can't I be like that? I like the Japanese art style chocobo kite. That's cute. My words failed to reach him, alas, but perhaps yours can. Could you try to rally his spirits? / rally. Imagine not getting great fortune first try. Excuse me. Thank you for trying to cheer me up. I appreciate it, truly. But you do not understand the burden I bear. The burden of grave misfortune that weighs heavily upon my soul. This is rather more serious than I thought. Please, can you think of any other ways to lift him out of his malaise?
All these low fortune scrubs.
Oh, I didn't want to psych me up. I wanted to psych him up. You're right. I mustn't give up the fight. And yet... Do you feel better, my friend? No. I see. If I may, what did the Omikuji say in its entirety? As I mentioned, they do not only foretell one's fate, but also provide guidance in one's daily life. I must confess, I didn't see anything beyond the words grave misfortune, so shocked I was. I ought to have a proper read, I suppose. Let's see here. Adventure. Thou must think of others before thyself. Well, that isn't so bad. And next, prosperity. Prepare to lose thy treasured armor. And gain new armor. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have read the blasted thing. This set of armor is my pride and joy. I worked myself to the bone earning the gil to pay for it. And now I'm going to lose it all. Come now, let us read the Omikuji to the end. Look, as the navigator maintaineth her net, so too must thou tend to thy friendships. Let not camaraderie's weave fall into disrepair. Sage advice, would you not agree?
There's two bunny boys right next to us in a free company called the Frog Pirates.
Ooh, good taste.
Yes.
They've got rather than lowercase frog with an exclamation mark, they've just got uppercase frog.
What do I want to say here? I'll say treasure your comrades and your luck may change for the better. Yes, you are right. My thanks to the two of you for helping me to see sense. Oh, it's foggy. That's why it's a blank gray slate behind us. Help! I need help! Mochi Daikon, calm down and tell us what ails you. Oh, hey, that's a very bony Aura. I was preparing for the mochi pounding when a young adventurer, cheerful and fearless, emerged from the city. At first I didn't pay her much mind, but then, to my horror, she ran afoul of a group of enormous fiends. The monstrosities overwhelmed her in mere moments, and I rushed here as quickly as I could for help. Sounds like a job for moi! A cheerful and fearless young adventurer. Kami preserve. Could it be Hildalana? Oh, I guess I should let this guy help her.
His face looks structured to be depressed. That poor
What? But how can this be? She was supposed to have great fortune. Oh, but this isn't the time for such questions. I must go to her aid. Runs to the side, stops, slowly turns, walks. Bonnefoy, wait! This is a troubling situation. You strike me as an adventurer of considerable prowess. You're damn right I am. Will you not go after Bonnefoy and lend your aid if necessary? Our thanks. Please, follow me. So this away. Excuse me. Oh, hey, I got one of my new mounts. Cool. Okay, so right here, somewhere. Aha! You came too. Thank you. Followed me here, did you? We both took a bit of a beating, but I'm pleased to say we're still breathing. Yeah, it is a little weird that you don't get to join the fight yourself. Oh, they're in front of dead Gubus. I was wondering what those rocks were. I finished the guild's request without issue, but then I got greedy. If Bodafwan hadn't arrived when he did, who knows what might have happened. I merely did what any friend would, Hildalana. I'm just glad I made it in time. I shouldn't have put you through that. And look what's become of your armor. I'm so sorry, Bodafwan. It's broken because of me. Oh, don't mention it. It's a small price for protecting a dear friend, and one I'd willingly pay again and again. But if this didn't play out exactly as the Omikuji had foretold. Well, let's return to the city. For one, I need to pay the armorers a visit, but we'll look for you afterwards. What a relief that neither of them came to lasting harm. Where are this guy's ears?
Aura don't have them.
Aura don't have ears?
Nope.
Their horns are very sensitive. They're capable of hearing through their horns.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What? I was gonna say, like, there's no position for his ears to be, besides those horns.
Yeah, no, the horns are in fact the ears. And
Yeah.
like if you're an Ura player, that's where the earrings hang. They hang off of the horn.
Huh. Cool.
Which, given how sensitive they are, I can only imagine getting those pierced is painful.
Well, there are some pretty painful parts of the human anatomy that get pierced sometimes, so...
Or maybe it's not painful at all, hubba hubba.
What a relief.
We've all read Homestuck fan fiction. We know where that shit goes.
What a relief that neither of them came to lasting harm. Let us head back ourselves. The Omikujishi will doubtless be eager to hear the tidings.
I was going to say I've never read Homestuck fanfiction, but then I remembered I've read the fanfiction of that Dave wrote about the trolls. So I've read fanfiction inside the actual fiction.
Excuse me. Oh, being sick sucks.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a cough myself.
I've got that low level body ache that's just kind of there and mild but all over. As opposed to the full body ache that you get when you're properly sick. And I don't know which is worse, because at least when you're properly really sick, you can curl up with some hot chocolate and wrap yourself in blankets and shit. Here it's just like, live your normal life, but it sucks.
Just in pain. Yeah.
I mean, you can still curl up with some hot chocolate.
Well, true, but... Welcome back, my friend. I understand everyone is safe, but what happened out there? I don't know. I didn't get there in time to join the party. My friends, I cannot well express how relieved I am for your preservation. It is because I failed to explain the Omikuji in sufficient detail that you met with danger. I can't apologize enough. Please do not blame yourself. I'm the one who overestimated my own abilities. Having great fortune doesn't mean that one can act without due care. I realize this now. And I would have realized sooner had I properly read the Omikuji beforehand. Adventure, the way shall open to those who know their limits, it says. But there's more. Relationships. Thou shalt be blessed with stalwart comrades. And I truly am. Just wandering around with this shirt open like it's not the 2nd of January. Ah, that reminds me. What became of your armor? You wish to have it repaired, I believe. Unfortunately, it was too far gone. The armorer told me it would make more sense to have a new one crafted. Not that I have that sort of coin either. In that case, I believe we can be of service. We offer a set of yoroi, armor in your tongue, as a reward to those who have helped to make this Heaven's Turn celebration better. You have more than earned it. I'll bet this guy will show up in that armor in future events.
Possible.
Truly? This sounds too good to be true. Ah, but it is true, my friend, and no more than you deserve. Come now, don't be shy. Take your prize and try it on. The only suit of armor I see here is yours. Are you going to shed it and give it to him? It's like 15 sizes too big. You reading that as yaoi armor? Oh. That's much more dapper. I guess it's just the row frame I don't like it on. It's magnificent. Just magnificent. And to think my Omikuji said grave misfortune. Take this as a lesson that, no matter your fortune, you still hold the power to shape your fate. And I believe the yoroi suits you well, if I might add.
Yeah, rows are very square, and something you have to consider when making your glams.
True.
Yeah, there's glamours that look better on a Lalafell or worse than a Lalafell, and vice versa for Rubians.
As you will recall, your fortune cautioned you to put the needs of others before yourself. And so you did, by risking your life to save your comrade. That selfless act may well have reversed your grave misfortune. I see. Actually, I don't. I don't really understand the workings of Omikuji, but I do know that I'll always have Bonafon's back, just as he's always had mine. And now that he has a new set of armor, perhaps we can take to the road. Together. Excuse me. I can't thank you enough for helping with the many unexpected troubles that occurred this day. I would be honored if you'd accept a set of yoroi of your own. Furthermore, should you wish to draw Omikuji, you need only say the word. Indeed, I hope to see you many more times before the festivities end. Item level 1 gear.
Which has me concerned about that adventurer going out. We're wearing this.
It is literally better than nothing. Hey, Happy New Year. Had to drop these in the armoire and never use them again. Alright. How much space have I got in my armory chest?
You don't need to worry about that. You can put them in the armoire, which is infinite.
Yeah, I'm just... I'm... Some of it's full, so I need to get rid of it.
Well, there's an inn right by you. You can just drop it off in the inn.
Okay. Is it over here? Let's see.
The inn is in the tavern.
Yeah, drone wench.
Nope, that's the Maelstrom headquarters you're heading towards.
Yeah, this outfit looks really cool, but it also is kind of silly. It looks really cool when you're holding still, but kind of silly when you're moving around. Staff is cool, though. Oh, it was the first place I was trying to go.
Yeah, you were going in the right direction, and I just saw you completely veer off to the left. Like, where are you going?
Well, I don't know the layout of Limsa.
The only city I struggle with, and really the only city anybody struggles with, is Ul'dah. Like Ul'dah, you kind of just use the ether shards and pray.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah. Well, anyway, Ul'dah's a maze. You kind of just have to use the ether shards and hope that they get you where you're going. So yeah, just stick everything in the armoire that you can, because it has infinite space, so it's very convenient that way.
Well, the items with condition 100% or above can be stored. Grand. Alright, that should have freed up some space. That freed up 2 slots.
There's a mender just outside the inn room.
Yep. You can go repair your gear, put the rest of that stuff away.
Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any Deltarune today. After this stream, I'm gonna just chill.
Men's right here.
All right. Back into the inn. Okay, so why can't I pull out of my armory chest to put stuff in the armoire?
You can. It's just only certain items can go into the armoire.
Oh.
Like mostly just event stuff. Stuff
Yeah, it's
from
mostly
the
event
station.
stuff. Event stuff, your job, your level 50 job gear, and that's about it. And occasional other little odds and ends.
All right. Well, that didn't
For some
help me
reason,
that
it's only
much.
that first set of job gear that goes with the armoire. None of the rest of them do. I don't get it.
Hmm.
All right. How do I switch to my armory chest? Well,
Control I.
there it is. Open armory chest.
remember, if you're not interested in using it for glamour, you'll never need a weapon below the best that you've currently got.
Yeah, but I don't feel like taking the time to sell stuff at the moment.
Probably something to do off stream, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, your inventory is filling up.
Excuse me. Oh, I should put my outfit back on. Cool. All right. Oh. Oh man, I feel like shit.
Oof.
I think I might just complete 2.4 and call it because I do not feel good.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Do what you can.
Shoot. Speak with Vinfilia at the Rising Stones. Excuse me. Sorry to make you guys take time out of your day.
No problem. I need to do some stuff. Anyway. Or I need to do some FF stuff right now anyway.
I have absolutely no schedule right now.
Yeah.
Have I talked to everybody since? I think I have. Okay. Let's double check with Tataru. Yes, I have. Okay. Vinfilia.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
Hale and whole is the only way
Needless
I
to
do
say,
things.
I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.
Your keystrokes are extra loud today, Minda.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So is that a mechanical keyboard you've got?
Yep.
Cool. What are the? Is it just? Does it just like feel better? Do you have better physical feedback using a mechanical keyboard?
I sought to use
They
your
do
own
think so.
body as a vessel for
I
a
use a
primal
mechanical
soul.
one as well. It's not quite as loud, or at least it's not as picked up.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
as certain as we can be that good King Mogglemog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
They seem like primals to me.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
I'm gonna miss Taliesin and Sam Riegel when the voices change.
Yeah.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it?
I don't anymore.
There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe
You get
she's
used to the
just
new guys.
special?
Oh, I'm sure
man.
the new guys are gonna be great. But Taliesin and Sam are standouts amongst this cast because they're, you know, actually really good actors.
Yeah.
Unlike the rest of these guys.
I mean, the actors themselves aren't the problem. It's definitely the direction.
I'll be right back.
I mean, except for Minfilia.
What qualities this woman possesseth,
I saw a
know
video
not.
yesterday of somebody saying,
Full sure am
like,
I that she was groomed for this
the
work.
voice acting isn't bad, but then there's Minfilia who seems to have recorded her lines from the prison phone line that after being locked up for crimes against voice acting.
Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it.
Okay, Moonbreeda's voice actress is good. But then
Strange
she's
as it
part
all
of the new
sounds,
crop, isn't
it's
she?
really no different
I
from
think
what you
so.
faced before.
Oshfon and
Then
Amory
mayhap
definitely are.
It is time that we re-examined our
And given that
previous
she
encounters.
was introduced later than them, I would assume so as well.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think.
Yep, very familiar words, those.
Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Excuse me. So are you born with the Echo, or is it something granted by Hydaelyn?
You'll have to find out.
Fair enough. Plot relevant. Noted.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Oh joy, another coffer. I mean,
To be fair, the coffers would be quite useful if it weren't for the fact that we'd done the coils and
True.
you now literally have what pretty much the best weapon you could get in A Realm Reborn.
Fair enough. I mean, to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard-Zoma. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few... Who? Do you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? The last time we heard commotion outside in our base, everyone died.
Oh no.
No pressure.
Oh, by the way, the ultimate version of the Coils raids, well, it's all one fight, and you face off against Twintania, Nildeus Darnus, and then Bahamut in one
One
hellish,
marathon.
yeah, one hellishly difficult fight.
Nice.
But you know the bit where Bahamut charges his Terror Flare and blasts you all. The way it happens in the Ultimate is Nail and Twintania give their essences to the attack, and it's so powerful that even if you were to have a tank limit breakup, your entire party dies no matter what.
Huh.
But it doesn't fade to black. There's a moment of quiet, and then you hear a shrill bird's call.
Nice.
And in comes Louis the Phoenix, flying around, resurrecting you all, and then the fight continues against Bahamut.
Nice. That's awesome.
All four current Ultimates have a twist to the plot somehow, and I will explain them as we get to them.
All what's have a twist to the plot?
All the Ultimates.
Ah, that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are the hardest content in the game, but they always have a really interesting twist.
All right, Alphino, what you got for me? Lore, 'tis well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Huayu has escaped. It happened shortly after... yeah, I remember how to say her name. It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking.
Have you seen the quest name?
The reason why you...
See, now you believe me.
The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Huayu quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castra Meridianum, I am certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilbert and the First are hot upon Huayu's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Bluefog and join the hunt.
So apparently Hawaii was actually running around in 1.0, which I only found out when I was like Googling her out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah. She was just like hanging out in Thanaland doing whatever.
Doing Huayu things.
Yeah, doing Huayu things. You know,
How's,
probably gave you a quest or something to like kill some whatever.
how's is not to reason why you... Wait, shit, that's already in the the name pun. Shit.
Ilbert, my untrustworthy friend. My thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Huayu walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Raban's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Huayu must not be allowed to reach Castra Meridianum. Alright, off we go. Oh, no, that's the coils. What am I doing?
Right. We need to apprehend the traitor. Okay, wait, shit, I'm fighting against, like, World Ender. Just give me a minute.
Excuse me. Was that really necessary? I had better be compensated for the additional exertion you caused me. Reason why you. Level sync is in effect. This wretch was with Huayu. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own, the god's damned harpy. With me, Scion, we almost have her. Oh, she is a traitor. Fair enough.
She looks like Quistis.
She does kind of look like Quistis, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Well, let's school her.
Oh, shoot. Which one of them is healing?
One of the ones in the back.
Medicus is usually the one that does it.
Yeah, like I remember when the Huayu reveal happened, your initial reaction was that she's way too minor of a character for this to be a big reveal. And really, I think the truth of the matter there is that, like, in the grand scheme of things, an Imperial spy just is not that big a deal.
Not anymore.
On the scale of threats that you are dealing with at the moment.
Yeah, it's just they seem to be making a big deal out of this character who had just shown up.
She's like in the background prior to this, so like that's kind of cool when if you ever decide to replay ARR, which I've done a couple times now. But yeah, she's just a minor character in a minor. She's just a minor villain in a minor subplot.
Should I be focusing the ads or her?
Ads. Like 90% of the time in these solo duties, focus on the ads.
90% of the time in trials, focus on the ads.
Yeah. Like, by the time they get to, like, Stormblood, they mix it up a little bit so that there are solo duties where you focus on the main target instead. I think because they realized that always fighting ads for these things is a little lame. But most of the time, yeah, you just fight ads and the threat will deal with itself eventually.
Oh, you're sick.
Okay, this thing keeps getting healed by her, so I'm gonna... Oh no, it's Aqualifer is healing it. Okay. Dead. Cool. Now I can kill this thing. Excuse me. Uh-oh, Ilbert's almost dead. What happens if he goes down?
I think that is a duty failure.
Yeah, that seems most likely.
Yep, he's dead. I lose.
Yeah, you kind of need to prioritize the ads that are attacking the whoever is main tanking usually.
Oh, excuse me.
To be fair, it's been a hot minute since last played.
And split. Nope, out of that AoE. Flare. Oh. I've beaten her down to almost nothing. And she won't die.
That's because you're supposed to kill the ads first.
Yeah, there's scripted events in a lot of these fights. You're gonna want to get those hands fulfilled there.
Yeah, we're about to lose. Ilbert's dead. Oh my god, these things. Holy shit.
Yeah, the Deathclaws grab onto Ilbert and start draining his health rate quite rapidly, so they tend to need to be a bit of a priority here.
Gotcha. Excuse me. Oh, shit, the hands. Oh, they have no HP. All right. That drained a lot of his health. Stop focusing on the allies. I'm a black mage. I don't need to target my allies.
There are ways to filter your attacks. Law, once you've done this, you should go into your achievements, finishing the final coil that got as a flying boost.
Can't hear you over the game. Hang on.
Okay.
That's everybody but Huayu. Is she going to go down now? Yeah, she is.
Cool. Can you hear now?
Yes.
When we finished the coils, you got an achievement, and it came with a Loreweaver minion.
Oh, cool.
So you'll want to go into your achievements and claim that.
Sweet. Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir. That was a tough fight. I like that. Good work, man. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Yeah, on our third try. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it your God's given right to rule over others. You know naught of our plight, the injustice that we lowbornish guardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you the only person ever to have suffered. In case you have forgotten, Raban himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? 'Tis true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth, and 'tis true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. Have at you! You will return to Ul'dah to face justice and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. I joined the Crystal Braves that I might strike a blow against the Empire. Those who cast their lot with Garlemald should expect no better treatment. Hey, we dealt a nice blow here today. Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Ralban chose his. Excuse me.
I've heard. Truly bothersome business.
Oh, it's this motherfucker again.
No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Ralban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to
God,
me.
his fucking facial hair.
Personally attend her prayers.
The llama facial hair gets you every time.
It never stops being weird.
The only facial hair I see on them that doesn't look awful is the soul patch.
Several one of the East Aldenard trade routes.
Everything else just looks
That
glued
ought to
on.
keep Lolerito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Another favor for Alphino, alright. Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed...
Ilbert had new dialogue as well, by the way.
Damn it.
I can read it to you. Like Huayu, I once made my way as a mercenary, and like her, I did more than a few things I'm not proud of, but never once did I betray my own. There are depths to which a man should not sink.
Nice. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Ralban, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Minfilia of all that has happened. I am aware that the antecedent held Huayu in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends.
I know her voice. I know Huayu's name is voiced at least one time. I don't remember when, but I remember being so flawed that I never forgot how to pronounce it.
Oh, right. I can just pray return.
Return.
To Revenant's Toll. Fucking Huayu. What a name.
Alright, French, keep making fun of her name. I'm in Gordania waiting for a cue to pop, and there's someone here playing the Pokemon theme.
Da 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 da.
Specifically the battlefield. The battlefield.
From Gen 1?
Yeah.
Nice. Classics.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the guardian...
Yep, there's her name. She said it out loud. Huayu.
Huayu.
Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much-needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Well, let's get everyone then. Yo, Tataru, we got a meeting for you. Don't look at me like that. She's vital to our plan.
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
The floor is always Moonbreeder's.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with White Auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to Auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
So we're gonna nuke them. Alright.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
So we gotta suck up an Ascian soul, test it, let it loose, and then make a weapon. Alright.
Our sole clue
Magical
lieth
vacuum
in thy
cleaner.
struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains,
Get into a
however,
dungeon and the
that
tank
Heidelin
immediately
placed the
sees.
means to destroy the Ascians in your hands.
The tank immediately what?
Disconnects.
Connected.
Oh, lovely.
Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
Path of Exile a few leagues ago released a new skill called Energy Blade, which, when activated, replaces your weapon with an energy blade that deals lightning damage based on your maximum energy shield. And people are really excited because it looks cool, and scaling energy shield is fun, and having scaled stuff always leads to very powerful things. But GGG was so scared of it being powerful that they made it reduce your health and energy shield by a massive amount, not only making it dangerous to use, but nerfing the skill beyond recognition so that it just was completely useless. And I don't think they buffed it since then. It's just a dead bad skill. Hopefully, the Final Fantasy XIV version is better.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white orosite? One to trap the acid, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
It would seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the orosite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
My apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands.
No, you stay here and you help your crush.
Lady Nymphilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Get back here, scaredy cat.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone.
Aggressive
there, then?
shipping.
Well, that settles it.
Oh,
I'll just have
even
to come
better.
to you.
Oh, she's following him. Ha 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 ha.
To somewhere nice and secluded.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
So is there a big hole in the ocean? That would be a pretty cool set piece.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
Ooh, interesting.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
Reunion! Reunion!
All indications suggest Asian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the dark beings call the one true God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryle regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Excuse me. I was wondering why it froze for a sec. Cutscene time.
Following
God, how fun it was so fucking
the
small.
forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald.
Excuse you, Ilbert, there's an H in there.
But this higher
Huayu.
authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
As you know, it's recap time.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf
Good
was
question.
wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Voris Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea.
Oh, who's that?
In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Yes, Raban. We've been talking about how she's a double agent the whole time.
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
That's a
You have
loaded
ever been
statement.
a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monitorous scum. Your crimes will not go unpunished.
Hell yeah.
I love Robot.
I will purge this land of your sickness before the eyes of the 12. I swear it.
I love Robot.
Wow.
Breathe,
I shall have no
breathe.
further need of you this day.
I can't. It's like I have the stream muted, so I can't even hear the audio, but I can hear the audio because I know because I remember that scene very vividly.
That's right. Let her eat her cheese in private.
I fear that not even mine own chamber shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right.
Milena points out a resemblance, and it makes me realize that time has passed. It's been 18 years since the Dean Scream.
Yep.
The Dean?
I remember that.
There was a politician.
It's an American politics thing.
Yeah. He let out a particularly memeable scream of excitement, and it didn't tank him. He was already tanking, but it was pretty funny.
I am as a British man who was 14 at the time. It's not a surprise I don't remember it.
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah. Also, Melvin has a lot of cake.
As she should. She deserves it.
Yeah.
Also, it is kind of cool that like all 3 of the major city-states are ruled by women.
Yeah, I remember when I first played it. Literally didn't occur that literally didn't occur to me until this scene. Because like you always think of Raubon as being the city leader because he's the public face, but like, no, it's the Sultana. It's literally all women.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
She may be kind of a figurehead, as things are, but she's still technically considered the ruler.
Mm-hmm.
If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Uldah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Raubon.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah?
Yes, Danny.
I just kind of realised the mount that we got for Starlight actually explains a question that we had a while ago.
Oh.
Well, the mount that we got is a glamour, right? And we were wondering what would happen if somebody were to reach out and touch Kane Senna with the glamour she's wearing. Doesn't the mount imply that there are tactile glamours that have a physical impact?
Huh. So the mount is an illusion. It's not an actual reindeer.
Yeah, that's what the mount description says.
Huh.
Specifically using the term glamour.
Interesting. Ow, excuse me.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few.
So are any of you going to eat? Your food is just sitting there.
Also, is that meant to be tea? It looks lumpy. Is it soup?
I think it's soup. Yeah, your soup's getting cold, everybody.
The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people.
Democracy time? Is it time for democracy?
For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not
the little
only
salads
the
there.
syndicate that must be
When I
dissolved.
go into my service raids, I'm currently having carrot nibbles, and it shows my character eating that model. But the thing is, the way that he holds it when he's eating it, he just shoves the bowl into his mouth and not the actual salad.
So I think Nanamo's talking about dissolving the salt in it. Interesting.
Yeah. That's what she's talking about.
Nay, you jest.
This really made me respect her.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Roban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Oh, she's not implementing democracy. She's putting Roban in charge. Okay.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
I don't think she's putting him in charge any more than he already is,
There
since
is
she runs the
no other
military.
way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people.
Hell yeah. All right, now, eat. Somebody, eat something.
Forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond
Must be
this
soup. There's
gesture,
spoons with it.
I am powerless to help my subjects.
That fork is way too big for a Lalafell. Achievement unlocked. Dreams of Ice. Oh yeah, achievements.
You should be able to find
There
out
it is.
the find. There we go. In your last find. There is a Bahamut minion that comes with one of the soundtracks. I think I think it's the Before the Meteor soundtrack, and it's Bahamut, but he's also most of his head is covered by Dalamud, which he occasionally peeks out from.
Huh.
But if you have the Louisoix minion out and somebody else has the Bahamut minion out, the minions start fighting each other.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, and it's like the minions have a lot of little interactions like that. Also, like if two people have a dog minion out, any kind of dog minion, they'll play with each other.
Aww.
If there's a dog minion and a cat minion, they'll fight. The bonus Palom and Porum minions that came with Endwalker special editions and pre-orders, if they're next to each other, they'll get into the self-petrifying positions.
Oh, that's dark.
Yes.
Excuse me.
So I believe that's the end of 5.4. It's got the achievement.
Yes.
Okay.
2.4.
No, Sectferum. The end of 2.4 is where we're finishing up for today. The cough is not great, I agree. Next Saturday, we're not going to do Hildebrand. We're going to do 2.5. We're going to start 2.5 and go... unless it takes like 8 hours, we're going to start 2.5 and go until it finishes. So
it's probably going to take about 8 hours, actually.
Oh.
So there's a lot in 2.5.
Fair enough.
And also the end of the game right before Heaven's Sword is a 45-minute cutscene.
Really?
Yes. Yes, really.
Yeah.
And that's assuming you autoplay the dialogue, since you like to manually set the dialogue and pause and comment. It'll probably take you longer than 45 minutes to get through the final cutscene.
Yeah, I'd say we've got, if we go full speed, we've got 2 streams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, on Saturday, why don't you guys tell me when we're about halfway done with 2.5?
I mean, there's a dungeon that's probably a good halfway point.
Okay.
Well, to be the dungeon's like 4 quests in.
Was it only 4 quests in?
Yeah, it's not far in at all.
Yeah, I don't remember how. Oh yeah, it is pretty near the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go until.
But then things really kick off. So you kind of have to after the dungeon, you kind of just have to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we do up to the dungeon and brand next week, and then the rest afterwards.
The dungeon is the 4th quest out of 2.5's 8 quests, and then of course 2.55 has 16 quests.
Oh. Sanctorum says there's a natural ending where 2.5 ends and 2.55 begins. Maybe we should shoot for that.
Yeah,
that'll take a while.
That'll be the 8th quest, but and then there's the 16 after it.
Okay.
Yeah, but unless you
we-
guys think I should shoot for 3 streams, doing a substantial amount.
It might end up being 3 streams. Between Hildebrand and 2.5, it might be 3 streams worth of stuff.
Well,
we'll see. It's either going to be 2 long streams or 3 streams.
Okay.
Well, since Law said that he'd be holding the Hildebrand off till after finishing the 2.5 patch, yeah, I'd say probably 2 streams, and since 2.5 is shorter than normal and 2.55 is longer than normal, we'll probably just have to pick whatever feels right for us to stop, because I don't think we'll be able to find a natural break.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll tackle that when we come to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for today. There will not be any Deltarune this evening. I'm just going to rest up, do some shiny hunting on my own time, and relax. Tomorrow is supposed to be Deltarune. It'll depend on how sick I still am. Hopefully, I was going to do the Pokemon competitive stream on Wednesday, but apparently the ladder reset happens on Wednesday, so I might as well do it on Thursday, get in fresh. So if I don't do Deltarune tomorrow, what the heck, I'll probably have to do Deltarune 2 more streams anyway. So Deltarune will be on Wednesday. And then it's packed for a little while. Let me see the schedule.
Yeah, you definitely have 2 more Deltarune streams.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm feeling well enough to do it tomorrow and then on Wednesday as well. Then on Friday, it'll be To the Moon for a patron. Saturday will, of course, be Final Fantasy XIV. Sunday will be Disco Elysium. And Monday will be The Wolf Among Us. So that's the next week or so. I'm going to head off. I'll have something to eat. I'll just relax for the rest of the day. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.